Okay, if my two sidebars are in this video, I'm sorry. I want this video to be for the people who are having struggles with finding themselves and having struggles being confident in themselves. If it's due to people being ignorant like this in this situation, or if it's due to people bullying you, or other situations a lot like this. Basically, I want to start off with saying thank you so much for the students at that school and the people at that school that I'm friends with for supporting me and like helping me be confident in myself and coming out for myself, and yeah, and helping me even start this makeup page and how far I've gotten. I want to thank, I don't know if you'll watch this, but me and Zoe don't talk as much anymore, but Zoe, she doesn't go to my school, but I want to say thank you so much for back in May of last year telling me that I should start my makeup page, because you were really helpful at the time, and I want to say thank you so much. I know we don't talk anymore as much, but yeah. I do want to stay. I want to do like a couple more statements. The caption of this video is habit clickbait, but I didn't technically get kicked out. They basically implied it really hard. We were sitting there and they started talking about how other students had been expelled, and they were talking about how they're going to start implementing new rules, and that they pulled up the rule I broke about my biblical morals and that I'm not following biblical statements. They pulled that up and they just showed me the rule that I had broken, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna be expelled. This is okay. So basically, we just decided that they want us to leave. They're asking us to borderline leave, and they're about to implement a rule saying that we need to leave. So we get it. We're going. Fuck y'all. I want it to be known. I'm not bragging on myself, but I don't curse in school. I don't wear makeup in school. I don't get in fights in school. I'm a good kid. I get good grades. My teachers like me. I can keep going. Like, honestly, that's how I know this wasn't a situation of he actually is doing bad stuff online. This is a situation of we're targeting you, because there are so many videos of that school of sexual videos of kids doing drugs, kids doing alcohol, a kid getting drunk and passing out on the ground. But no, those kids don't get in trouble because they're teachers' kids, they donate money to the school, or they're not gay. Okay, straight on to the thing. So I'm gonna skip to the parts that matter, because there's like a bunch of just random bluff in there of us just going back and forth with the school. But I'm gonna bring up the one that made me the maddest and the angriest was my dad. Well, they had mentioned the cursing and the vulgar language, and my dad was like, "So you're telling me that in Iraq we didn't curse? When I was deployed in the military, we didn't curse and anything like that?" And my dad had previously brought up military stuff that he was in Iraq because he mentioned something about freedom of speech for what I can say online. And the guy goes, "We don't have any freedom of speech here." Something along the lines of, "We don't have the First Amendment right." And so my dad had previously brought it up. And so my dad said that, and the guy rolled his eyes. And then he goes, "We get it, you served, thank you, but like it's getting a bit redundant." And that was so disrespectful and so fucking rude on a whole new level. No. That made me so angry. And I don't really get angry about, like, when I was sitting there the whole time, as they're basically just disrespecting me and my parents the whole time, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I'm taking it calmly. I'm like, I'm sorry you guys feel that way. I'm just like, whatever. Fuck it. Like, I'm done. Like, in my head, I'm out of the school. I'm out. I moved on. I'm recording the next video. Like, I'm done. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be in this environment anymore. My mental health when I was at the school was not okay. The kids' mental health at that school is not okay. And many of the children there that are gay and are having problems with it, I really, really feel bad for them, because they're gonna have to live in that environment, and they shouldn't have to. Nobody should have to. And I'm saying they shouldn't have to live that way for someone who's not a basic white Christian. And then later on in the meeting, all this stuff is blowing up. Everyone's going at everyone. It's a shit show. And the one guy had mentioned something about moral standards, and my mom had done her dirty work on the guy. He looked him up. And basically, his son had a track record for beating his wife and all this crackhead stuff, and his business is really sketchy, and all the, yeah. And the guy had mentioned something about morals, and my mom was like, "Are we talking about your morals or your kid's morals?" My mom was like, "You sure as hell didn't push him away when he didn't meet your moral standards. Why are you pushing away mine?" And then, like, the room's, like, shut. Like, there's, like, no one's talking. And, And after she said that, he was like, well, I sent him to rehab. What was I supposed to do? And so after my mom goes off on this guy, and like throughout the whole thing, we're like everyone's going back and forth about biblical stuff, just all the morals, the whole bullshit. And my dad was like, and if your kids have the balls to call my kid a fag, or tell him that he should have died in the Orlando shooting, or all that stuff, then why don't y'all? Be honest. It's because my kid's gay. That's the issue. And like he was just saying that. He literally goes, I don't know, is he gay? Why are we here? Okay, so after that, their only dirt on me, he goes around telling the other kids that he's gay. If that was their only dirt on me, that's what made me angry. That was their only response to me, was that I told kids that I'm gay and I don't want to go to their protocol because they don't support equality there, which I get it because it's a Christian school. But still, I don't want to take part in that. And I didn't voice my opinion that loud until now. They go, well, we're trying to implement new social media rules and all this stuff. And my dad was like, so you're telling me there's no rules been set? There's not been a rule set? My dad was like, I don't know why we're here anymore. We're going. No, we're going. These are other side notes that I kind of forgot to mention in there. My mom was like, it's not my kid who's going to hell. It's all of you. Y'all are the people who are going to be rotting in hell. We just got up and left. We were done. And I do want to go back again and say thank you for everyone at that school who's ever supported me through everything. And just, yeah. I wouldn't be blowing this up as much as I am right now if they would have gotten every other kid at that office for what they did. Which, no, it's just me. And like I said, all the things I don't do at that school. I mean, we've been there since kindergarten. We've put over 50 grand into that school. And then for them to treat us like that, that's bullshit. And basically that's the end of the video. I really want to turn this into a positive thing of, this is what you don't look for in a school. People like that. I didn't talk about this sooner because I just didn't think I was like emotionally ready for it. No. I'm still pretty messed up about it. And I don't think I've ever seen my parents as angry as they were in that fucking meeting. I mean, like, my mom didn't sleep all last night. Like, she was up pissed. Alright, I'm gonna go, y'all. I want to say I love y'all. Thank you for supporting me and getting me through this. The amount of people who DM me saying that they're so sorry about what happened. And I want to say huge thank you. Okay, this is going to sound like a brand sponsorship, but it is not. After I posted that, the brand Muddy Body, they do the face masks. Their whole respect level went through the roof. After I posted my story on my Instagram story, they personally emailed me saying that they're proud to support me and that they support everyone no matter their size, men, girl, all that stuff, and that all that. I just want to say thank you so much, Muddy Body. You really are a good brand. Their products have always worked for me. Thank you. That means a lot coming from a brand to know that they actually like look for my stuff and look at me and they care about my well-being. That really meant a lot. And going back to thank you, people, students, teachers, my followers, anyone that's ever helped me. You mean so much to me. And especially a huge fucking thanks to my parents for being supportive. I know a lot of parents aren't supportive, and I give my parents a lot of hell, and I know I do. But in the end of the day, I love them so much, and I want to just thank everyone. My parents are probably going to watch this, that's why I'm doing it. But, thank you. And I love y'all. So, bye. So I finished editing the video. Oh, I'm still editing it. But my dad wanted to come in and say something about the whole situation, so.
You know what the definition of none of your fucking business is? When you follow your friends' kids on social media because the intent is to get them in trouble, that's the definition of none of your fucking business. They have parents. They have supervision. They're children. You're not the moral police. It's terrible. But at least they have that in common with the Taliban, where we could throw gay kids or kids we don't like off the roof. Instead of that, we just put them out the front door that don't meet your religious moral code. But it's not being gay, and it's not makeup, and it's not cursing. But when you mix all three together, that's when it's just too much to bear, and they got to kick you out of school. It's too much for parents to handle. Gay, cursing, and makeup. too much. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. All right. Adios.